Hi guys, it's Sherry. So today we are going to be making these two pieces. We're going to make this gorgeous necklace. It's a faux howlite. And we're also going to be making these gorgeous earrings. And to do that, first you're going to need your white Primo clay. And then I have black liquid Sculpey and a white oven baked clay adhesive. And these cutters from Create Along. And let me tell you, I never used their cutters before, and these are wonderful, and I will definitely be getting more from them. First, look how adorable that little bag is. I think that's so cute. But these cutters, they come in a set, and I cannot wait to show you how wonderful these cut. So let's just get started right away on this. And first, we're going to get our white clay. And I just want to kind of roll my clay out a bit just to kind of soften it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to take little pieces, and I'm kind of going to make them into like almost like a rock shape. And just do different sizes, some small, some medium, some larger. You know, you want them all to be different sizes, and try to make sure the clay that you're using is clean. I have some green here, so I'm not going to use that. I want to make sure that my white clay is nice and green. Or I want to make sure that my clay is nice and white. Do not worry about your clay being perfect, because we are going to be mushing this together. I just want something that's going to be shaped for the most part. So when we put it all together, it kind of keeps that shape. So you'll see on here, like I had some larger ones and then all the different shapes. So it just really makes it beautiful. Okay, so now I got all my pieces into little rock forms, and my next step is going to be to mix up my black liquid clay and my white adhesive clay. And I want to kind of get a gray color, because the Howlite actually has a grayish color to the veins. So let's just mix this up. And we don't need it too gray, but we want it somewhat gray. And you'll see it's starting to change. Okay, so now I have gray, and I am going to take my pieces and mix them all up into here. And your hands, put gloves on if you don't want them to get all dirty and sticky. But I want to make sure that this is nice and covered. Get all your pieces covered in that clay, or in that liquid. Okay, so now I'm going to wash my hands and get a piece of saran wrap, because we got to squeeze this all together. Okay, so now I have my saran wrap, and I'm just going to take my little mat, flip it upside down, and I'm going to just take everything and wipe it into my saran wrap. Oops. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my saran wrap and just start squeezing all my pieces real tight together. And now your hands are going to get dirty again. Just keep squeezing this together. Get everything nice and tight. All right, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes. And then we're gonna roll out a plain white sheet of clay. Okay, so now I have my white clay rolled out. I have it rolled out on my third thinnest setting. And now we are going to slice this up and set it onto our clay slab. So get your tissue blade and we're just going to start slicing our piece up here. So I'm just going to lay this together. Don't worry about if it doesn't match up perfectly. And look how beautiful. And all those little veins. I like that side. Let's do that. So you see, nothing has to be matched up perfectly at all. I kind of just slap it in there, put them right next to each other. And now I'm just going to push down, kind of get my pieces, you know, set on there nicely. And now I'm going to get my, saran wrap. And I am going to roll this out. I do not roll this through my pasta machine because I'm afraid that it'll end up distorting my little rock formation look too much. Okay, I like the way that feels all level to me right there, and I like that. Look how gorgeous that is. When that's all cleaned up, that's going to be beautiful. So the first thing we want to do is get wipies. And you want to make sure you get all of that liquid clay off. And the reason for that is because all that liquid clay will stay on your piece and it will not come off, and it's not going to look as white or pretty. Just take your time doing this. It will be well worth the time to take off all that excess. Okay, so that's good for now. I'll come back to that then. But look how beautiful it looks. I mean, just stunning. So our next step is going to be to get another piece of saran wrap, a clean piece this time, because you don't want to put that dirty one back on. Lay it over. And I cannot wait to show you how easy these are to cut. So let me see how much space I have. Make sure I have enough to do the necklace and the earrings. I'll go with the smaller one. Yeah, I should have enough. Okay. So now I just want to pick out my area. I really like that deep area look right there. But I also... Okay, I'm going to pick that area. Now watch. I just press down. And I'm not putting too much pressure on. Let's go right here for the next one. It's going to push down. And let's do our earrings. And you do need a round cutter for the next one. So just grab any round cutter that you have. You need 2 circles. And I want to make sure I get like really cool veins in these. All right. Look at everything comes out so clean. Look at that, so clean. You don't even have to smooth them down. I was just floored by this. I absolutely love these cutters. I cannot believe how beautiful they work. And they're even better when you don't have saran wrap on. Look at that, just gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. So hardly any smoothing to do. Very thrilled with these cutters. Very, very thrilled. I cannot express how happy I am with those. Get that saran wrap off. I want to show you without. Let me see. This is a small one. So watch. Push down. Look at that. So beautifully cut. I'll definitely put a link in the description for these cutters because they are amazing. I'm super happy with these. I love them. All right. And just... Okay, so now we're going to take this and put this off to the side. And we will put all this stuff in the oven. And I'm going to bake this for a half hour at 275 because that is the recommended temperature for Primo. And then we'll come back and we will assemble this entire piece together. Oh, wait. Before we do that, let's mark up our pieces here. Oops, got a piece of plastic on there. Okay, so our next step is we're going to lay our piece down, and I want to kind of put this fairly close so I can see where my holes are going to go. So I'm going to line it up exactly how I want this to lay. And the earrings parts are very simple, so I'm not overly worried about lining anything up for earrings. I just want to make sure I can fit everything on my tray. Okay. Get your little hole punchers, and I like to use my tiny ones. So I'll use this small one. And if you ever need to clean these, I cut this off of an old metal chain or a metal necklace, and I just put it through, and that will take out all the old clay. So that's a good way to clean them. But what I like to do is I like to hold my piece up and kind of get an idea of where I want my jump rings to go. So I know I want one here. And now because I have this right on top, I will know exactly how to connect that piece. So I'm going to go straight over and go up. And now I know that is going to line up perfectly. I'll get that a little bit closer. And my earrings, I know they always go right in the middle. So I will just go right down the middle of each one. Do not get too close to the edge, because if you get too close to the edge, your piece will end up tearing and you'll have a broken earring. So for the circles, I'm doing one on the top and one on the bottom. All right, so now my last step is to make sure, once again, none of that black liquid clay or the gray is on the top of my piece. I want to make sure I wipe it very clean. Otherwise it comes out really dark and dingy and it just does not look pretty. Just please do yourself a favor and clean your pieces. Save yourself the trouble, because I made that mistake and my piece did not look pretty at all. Okay, so once you're done cleaning your pieces up, put this in the oven at 275 for a half hour, and then we'll come back and we will assemble everything. Okay guys, so now my pieces are out of the oven and they are cooled off, and look how stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. If you would just do the chippity chop, you know, kind of just take your clay and chop it up into tiny pieces, you will never get this look. That's one of the reasons why I took the time to shape each piece into, you know, different rock shapes, because when you do that, you just get such a gorgeous look out of this. It's stunning to me. So let me let's put this all together. So the first thing that we're going to do is, I already did 3 of the earrings, so you wouldn't have to watch me put them all together, but I'm just going to show you very quickly what we do. So there's going to be 2 different jump rings that you're going to, 2 different size jump rings you're going to use. So you're going to use the larger one and then a smaller one. So the smaller one's going to be for your earrings, and then the larger one is going to be for your necklace, but you're also going to use 2 smaller ones for the necklace as well. So get 2 different size jump rings, but open up your jump ring. Oops. And you're going to have to open it up pretty wide, because you're going to get 2 pieces of clay onto this jump ring. So just pull it through, and then you're going to take your top piece and just put it on there, and then carefully grab the tip here and just pull them together. Make sure they're closed and we're good. And then you're going to take your jump ring again and put that on the top. Now I like to use the fish hooks, but what I do, so I don't have to put another tiny jump ring on, is if you buy good fish hooks, you just have to grab the end here and then turn it. If you buy the cheaper ones, they will break, but grab the bottom, turn it, and then instead of putting multiple jump rings on, you could just take it and place it on, and then it will fit nicely. So that's a little trick that you can do to save yourself the aggravation of all the extra jump rings. And then all you do is close it, and that's it. And make sure your hook is facing this way, so the piercing part would be in the back. That way it lays on your ear properly. And now we'll do the necklace. Now I unfortunately forgot to put the holes in the top for this necklace. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my little drill bit, and I am going to mark where I want them. And I know I want them in the corner. So we're just going to make 2 holes. And these are very simple to use. And I just like to kind of go back and forth to make sure my hole is cleaned out. And then do the same thing for the other side. Now I'm going to get my big jump rings. I only need 2 of these. Open that up. I'm going to put 1 in here, and then I will put the other one on, and then kind of just push it through so you have an area to grab onto, and then just close. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now, before I finish this up, I want to get my chain ready. So I just picked, and this is such an easy thing to do. I just ordered chains that were already put together. And then what I do is I kind of lay them out and I find the middle spot. And once I find the middle spot, I will just take my cutters. Where are you? Somewhere here, right here. So I'll just take my little cutters, and I'm going to turn it this way so I can see better, to see exactly where my middle is. And I want to lay it out, make sure everything is even. I'm going to pick my middle, and now I know right where I need to cut. And I will cut that right in half. Take that little extra piece off. Okay, so once we cut it, now we'll put on our jump ring, and we'll just open it up, and we will slip it in, and then we will put our chain on. So just find the end piece of your chain, and then you could reclose it. Oops. Make sure it's closed all the way, and I like to spin it. Get your other jump ring open. Get it through. And then just carefully get that on. And close, and make sure it's closed all the way. And there you go, guys. We have a gorgeous necklace and a pair of earrings, and I just love the way this came out. It's absolutely beautiful. The veins look deep, they look natural, and it's gorgeous. I am very, very happy with this. And same thing with the earrings. I mean, just how beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. So I'll leave links into my description, and I really hope you enjoy creating this piece with me. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.